Hello, friends of Sudoku, and welcome to a New York Times hard Sudoku puzzle. Today is October, and it is the 3rd of October, 2023. And we are off to a start. What do we have? It seems we have a 5 and a 5 blocking these 5 squares, and there's 5 blocks here in addition, so a 5 goes here. Now we have a typical New York Times style pattern, a 9 and a 5 here, a 9 and a 5 here, force a 9 and a 5 to go in these squares here. And that puts an 8 firmly in this square here, and also up here now is an 8. One blocks down and over, one goes here or here, and then over here somewhere. We have 4s blocking over and up. One of these is a 4. So we also have a 4 in one of these squares here. So 1 and 4 over here, therefore a 3, 9, and a 7. 7 therefore goes here or here. A 9, that is less obvious. Let's see, but we do have a 4 here or here, and we have a 1 here or here, don't we? Yes, we have a 1 and a 4 blocking up, and we have a 4 and a 1 blocking over. So these two squares must be a 4 and a 1. And the 4 at least blocks down, this 4 blocks up, and this 4 blocks over. So it's clear that a 4 must go here. Now for the rest of column 5, we need to find a 5, 7, and one more, a 3. 5, 7, 3. Well, 5 must go here or here. 3 must go here or here. And 7 must go here. Yes, 7 must go here. There you go. So this is a 5 and a 3, and the 3 blocks here. So here's a 5, and here's a 3. What a roundabout way to go about this. Anyway, I'll take it. Now we have 3s here or here. These being 5 and a 9s, we now need a 1, 3, and a 7 for these squares. That's less obvious. 1 and 4 here, 6, 2, and 3 here. 2. No, we don't know much about the 2s, but we do need a 2, 9, 6, and a 5. Across row 6, we have a 9 and a 5 here, so this is a and a 6, so this is a 2. Now we have a 2 here, because this 2 blocks here, and these 2s block these 4 squares, so here's a 2. We have 5s here or here, and we have 9s here or here. 1 blocks over and down, 1 goes here or here. We're going to have an 8 here or here, it seems. I think we can find a 6, can't we? Because we know that these are 1s and 4s, so therefore none of these can be a 6. We got a 6 blocking these 2 squares, and we got a 6 blocking this square, so here's a 6. Now we got these 2 6s blocking these 5 squares, and this 6 blocks the square here. So here must go a 6. Now we got 6 here or here. Now a 1, 2, 3, and a 4 here. 2 and a 4, so this is a 1, 3. We got 6s up here now. 2, 3, 6 across here. One of these is a 3. That is too complicated. So we got 7s blocking up and over. One of these is a 7 blocking down and up. Here's a 7. Now we got 1s and 3s here. And we got 7s here or here. Down here, 3 more numbers to find. Must be an 8, 4, and a 3. 8, 4, and 3. Leaving a 1, 2, and a 9 for these squares. So 9 goes here or here, but I think we knew that. So 1, 4, 3, 9. We got a 4, 1, 3 blocking this square, which therefore is a 9. Now we have a 9 here or here, and these must be a 1, 4, and a 3. Therefore, these must be a 5, 6, and a 9. And that gives me a 9 for one of these squares here, because 9 can't go here and 9 can't go here. So in order for us to have a 9 at all in column 3, it must go in one of these 3 squares here. And we can say the same about the 5, because the 5 blocks here and this 5 blocks here. And by the way, we do have 2 5s blocking these 2 squares. So the 5 goes here, and one of these must be a 9. And the other one must be an 8. Look at that. We got 8s blocking down as well. So we got 8 and 9 here, and therefore a 1 and a 3 here in these 2 squares. And that gives me an 8, because none of these can be an 8 now. And this 8 blocks here. This 8 blocks here. So here's an 8. Now 4 and a 3 for these squares, and that should be easy because the 3 blocks here giving me a 4 and a 3 like so. Now we got a 3 down here somewhere. Can we use that for anything? No, not yet. What about the 4s? 4 here or here. So a 2, 7, 9, and a 3. This is a 2, 9. The 2s are kind of bugging me because I don't have that many of them. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Well, there's a 4 blocking up here, and there's a 4 blocking across here. So that gives me this 4, and therefore this 4 and this 1. We do remember the 1-4 pair, don't we? Now we have a 1 here or here. What else do we have? We don't have a 2, 3, and a 7 here. 2, 3, 7. I'm interested in column 1. It looks very empty, I know, but we have a lot of restrictions that aren't apparent. But look at this. We know that these are 1, 3, and 4, and these therefore must be a 5, 6, and 9. We know that this is a 5 and a 9. So 5, 9 here, 5, 6, 9 here. Now all of a sudden we have 5 givens for the column. That takes away the burden, I think, of a 6, because a 6 must, because this is a 5 or a 9, this is a 5, 6, or a 9. So a 6 must go here or here, right? And therefore, a 6 must go here. Now let's examine row 8. So a 1, 2, 8, and a 9. We know that this cannot be an 8 and it cannot be a 9 because these two must be 8 and 9. It also cannot be a 2. So without doubt, this must be a 1. Now we have a 1 here and therefore a 1 here and 3 here. And things are shaping up. These now must be a 3 and a 7, making this a 2. That gives me a 2 here. And a 6 and a 3 here. We know that the 3 had to go in one of these squares here. So without further thinking, we can enter a 3 here and a 6 here. That gives us a 6 here. Now, 5 and a 7 for these squares. The 7 blocks over. Here's a 5. Here's a 7. Now this must be a 5, and that immediately gives us a 5 and a 9 up here. And also a 9 here, of course. And the last digit that we needed for the 5, 9, and the 6 triple was a 6. It must go here. So 3 and a 7 here, 3 and a 7 here, 3 and a 7 here. Certainly not a 3 and a 7 here. I know that it can only be a 1, but I'm not going to call it yet because that would be taking advantage of my knowledge of unique rectangles and assuming that this puzzle is valid and doesn't have more than one possible solution. I know it's a New York Times puzzle. It's usually a very good quality. So I will not take into account the unique rectangle. We'll find another way to solve this, I'm sure. Here we're looking for an 8 and a 7. The 7 blocks across. Here's an 8. Therefore, this is a 9, and this is an 8, and this is a 7. Here now, a 2 and a 9. This one has got to be a 2. Therefore, we know that this is a 9, and therefore this can only be a 9, and this can only be a 2. Now, we have a 2 here, and we have a 4 here. That gives us a 4 here. We know that these must be a 1 and a 3. The 1 blocks up, giving me a 3 here and a 1 here. Now, this 1 blocks up, this 1 blocks across. Therefore, this is a 1, as I already knew. But at least now I went the Sudoku way and found it. This must be a 7, and this must be a 3, giving me a 3 here and a 7 here. Now a 3 and a 7 for these squares. The 7 goes here and the 3 here. And that's how we could solve today's puzzle. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.